Argue all you want about who you think the best president was, but did they have a game with a rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars? Didn't think so. I rest my case, George W. Bush for the win. Flashback to 2007, and the phenomenon of Hot Dog Bush was first introduced to the masses of grubby-fingered children on Newgrounds. As a Flash game, it was added to many other sites like Addicting Games and A Game, but if you were cool like me, you played this on girlsgogames.org. We do not talk about the horrors on this site. Its glory days will live on in my heart for forever. If you're an HDB veteran like me, this opener brings back memories, and Bush's eyebrows probably gave you nightmares. The Flash game has two modes, career and speed, but really it only had one because literally no one, to my knowledge, ever touched speed mode. In career, you go through 5 different levels, each level being 5 days to imitate a working week. Because as a kid, pretending we were a minimum wage hot dog vendor in New York was peak entertainment somehow. You start out in the slums of the Bronx and work your way to the riches of Wall Street. The gameplay is fairly simple. Starting out, it's just you and the dogs. But once all the ingredients are at your disposal, you're a lean, mean, wiener flinging machine. It's as simple as take order, cook order, give order, and take money. Oh, and every now and then, stop the complete shitheads that try and pull a fast one and try and dine and dash. It's a hot dog, and these degenerates can't afford the measly price of $27. Pathetic. At the end of Wall Street, we're greeted with another cutscene. And maybe my memory is failing or I've never actually completed the game, but I have absolutely no memory of Bush getting abducted by aliens and being forced to make them burgers and hot dogs. Something this stupid seems like something I'd remember, but I don't know. Finishing the bonus level and pleasing the aliens leads to the last cutscene, and Bush has successfully saved Earth from alien decimation. But he just can't come back to Earth and is doomed to be a hot dog salesman for the rest of his days. But as this is the end of the Flash game, it is not the last we've heard from Hot Dog Bush. I do not care what you say. This game's a cult classic. I mean, it was so popular that it was turned into an app ages before the Flash game genocide of 2021, and lives as an HTML5 game on desktops. Produced by Bigwig Media in 2012, the love of hot dogs and George Bush translates to the world of mobile games. But if you want to travel anywhere that is not the absolute dumpster fire of the Bronx, you gotta pay. And $3 to play a game simulation that I basically already do in real life is just a bit degrading, but what can I say? Bush and his meat have got me under his thumb, so easy purchase. Apart from New York, we get to travel to the Wonderland of Las Vegas, a Halloween and Christmas land, Japan, and the newest installment of the UK. Different from the 3-star Michelin American cuisine being served, yes, I just served him a raw hot dog. Each location has some more culturally appropriate foods. Every other aspect of the game is the exact same, but it throws me off so much when we switch cuisines. Like, it took me a whole day to learn that these people wanted soy sauce with their skewers. Huh. And I thought I could only experience culture shock when traveling in real life. As a true American, my favorite has to be the hot dogs and burgers, but I'm really fine with all the food changes except Halloween's. It's just a bit too ridiculous for me. I mean, in what world am I going to be selling fingers and brains to ghouls and witches? Then again, how often do I see the offspring of the Pink Panther and the Trix Bunny walking about in New York? Last but not least, the art style. It's fantastically grungy, and both the app and desktop capture the perfect vibes for a New York hot dog stand. But the main visuals that were always forefront and needy were the people. I think they're supposed to be like slightly caricatured, but I take it as borderline cultural appropriation of the people, and I love it. Some of my favorites are the pimps from New York, the angry elves of Snow City, the hippies of MGM, but none of these even touch the UK's people. Like, we've got Harry Potter, Leprechauns, Braveheart, this Mary Poppins looking bitch, and like 17 billion furries running around. It's chaos, and I live for chaos. I guess we have this game to thank for preparing the next generation of fast food workers. I mean, you gotta start them young. But I am glad to see that this game survived the trenches, and I'm excited to see what else is in store for W. Bush.